We are joined by Dr. Audrey Klenke in Pinnacle Plastic Surgery today.
Hello.
It's always so exciting to have you on the show.
Thank you.
We cover a lot of ground. And, you know, just the bottom line is that plastic surgery is accessible today.
Absolutely.
It's something that everyone thinks about. If they haven't, if they say they haven't thought about it, they're lying, because everybody does. And everybody always needs to know that they're in good hands, you know, with the person they're with. So it's just wonderful to be able to share you with Sun City.
Thank you. We love being here.
So let's talk about skin today.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's talk about
Everybody
skin.
wants that youthful, dewy kind of look. Is there a magic pill?
I wish there was, because I'd be taking it. There is not a magic pill, but we do have so many things in our toolbox today. So a lot of folks notice that the more time and sort of, you have to think of your skin sort of like an investment. So you're using the skincare products as instructed, you're kind of going with the plan, you're keeping sunscreen on every day, at least an SPF 30. And it doesn't mean you can't go outside. I mean, you're still enjoying yourself.
Right.
But if you're protecting things, if you're hydrating, if you're using the skincare products to treat whatever problem areas you have, you're going to notice a big difference over time. And I can tell our patients who come in who've been using things like retinol that we'll talk about for years and years, I can instantly tell that their skin is ahead of the game. But that doesn't mean it's ever too late. I have patients say, well, is it too late?
Never too late. Out of my mouth.
Never too late. No.
So it's not a late investment by any means.
No. Nope. Because there are so many things that we can use to help you treat a problem, like fine lines or wrinkles, that we can sort of kickstart your program, whether it's with a laser or a peel, and then you can sort of do the maintenance mode. So yeah, it's never too late.
Well, let's back up the bus a little bit and talk about some of the changes that you're seeing currently with people. What are the most common things you're seeing?
So as we age, I would say the most common things are things like sunspots, or also called age spots, liver spots, and they won't hurt you. They're benign, but they do tell your age. And they're sort of a telltale sign of the folks down here who love to be out in the sun and play golf and pickleball and all these fun things. And maybe we weren't so good about protecting our skin early on. Honestly, we didn't know we were supposed to, so it's no one's fault. But now that we know, we can protect our skin. So the age spots are things that can be treated. They can actually be made to go away with things like laser. There's a great laser strictly for brown spots, and you can laser anywhere. Face, legs, arms, hands are a common one that people forget. Yeah, so they'll take care of everything on their face, and then you look at their hands, and it's sort of like these things don't match. So a lot of people are kind of working with both, but there are also topicals, things like hydroquinone. It's a topical product that you put on, and it stops you from making new brown.
Ooh.
So what happens is, as those little brown skin cells sort of die and fall off through their natural life cycle, you're not replacing the brown. So your replacement skin cells are now your natural skin color. So the brown sort of just goes away. So it's wonderful. And then sunscreen will prevent you also from making that new brown. So taking a nice SPF 30 every day and trying to find something that works with your daily routine. So you can't have 20 steps, and you can't have a greasy sunscreen that makes you look terrible. So you have to find a nice product that feels good and looks good that you can use every day.
Now, you mentioned products, and there are a zillion of them. We all have our favorites. We all have our routines. If there's one particular ingredient that we should be looking for, what would that be?
Good question. I would say some form of vitamin A, and that's topical vitamin A. So vitamin A pills are great, but the topical vitamin A's are things like retinols, or a lot of people have heard of Retin-A, which is technically called tretinoin, and it comes in different strengths. So that product is helping your skin cells to just turn over. So instead of sitting there on your skin accumulating damage from the sun and pollution and wind and all these terrible things, they sort of circle through their lifespan a little more quickly, and then they fall off. So you have these nice, fresh, healthy, happy skin cells shining through, and those fine lines and wrinkles start to sort of not be quite so obvious anymore.
Right, which is the goal.
Exactly, yeah. And it does help with things like pigment too, actually, that again, you're not just sitting there accumulating all this damage from the sun.
Right.
So they just look fresher and healthier.
Now, you mentioned Retin-A. Let's talk about what exactly is it? Is it safe? Does it work?
Yes.
Talk about Retin-A.
So Retin-A is a brand name for the product called tretinoin. So some people have heard of Retin-A or Refisa. There's a couple other brand names that are really popular, but the tretinoin comes in 3 different strengths, and you kind of start with the lowest strength and slowly work your way up over time, because the more potent of a product you can use, you're actually going to see more benefit as time goes on. So it just, again, kind of helps that skin cell cycle through a little bit faster, so it's not accumulating so much damage over time.
Mother's Day is coming up, and you all have a very exciting event going on. Tell us.
We like to celebrate moms. So we are doing Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. And we know that's true.
Yes.
So we are doing a special with our HydraFacial. So the HydraFacial is a machine that is used by our licensed medical esthetician, Liz, and it helps to exfoliate your skin, but you're also hydrating at the same time. You're clearing out pores and making them look smaller and kind of collapse down. So the diamond tip is a special tip that goes on the machine that helps to exfoliate a little more. So you're getting a little more bang for your buck there. So that is, I believe, $149. So that is a $50 value.
Nice.
And Liz, our esthetician, will kind of walk you through what is best for you and what treatment is really going to be best for your unique goals and your skin type, because that's important. Not the same thing doesn't work for everybody.
Right. Yeah. Can we brag on Liz for a little bit?
We
because she's specialized and she's certified. And let's talk a little bit about the difference between an esthetician or general esthetician and what Liz does.
So a licensed medical esthetician is someone who has gone through appropriate training, so they know details about chemical peels. And chemical peels, it sounds very sort of easy, but you actually have to sort of know how to neutralize a chemical peel, who should get it, who shouldn't get it.
We've all heard about a chemical peel gone bad.
Right. Yeah. So you have to have someone who sort of knows how to guide you, because you know that's what she's there for. She's very knowledgeable about skincare products, and I think that's important because you sort of stand in front of these big walls of products, and it's very overwhelming, or you're kind of picking things, or my friend used this, so I'll try it.
Right.
You need someone to help guide you through that. Not everything works for everybody, so you have to find someone that can help you navigate. And she does a lot of our lasers, so she's very knowledgeable about lasers, and she does the HydraFacial. She also does dermaplaning, which that's becoming a fan favorite. Yeah, everybody loves that one. So she's exfoliating using like a special surgical knife or blade, and it takes off all that dead, funky skin and even those little peach fuzzy hairs. So people love that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Now, you mentioned products, and everybody has their routine, right? We all have our favorite products, and we go through this process. You have some fantastic news for us about simplification of that, because, I mean, we've all heard this story, right? We find these fantastic products, but there are 75 of them that you have to use in such and such an order. Give us the good news, please.
I would say there are a couple ways to simplify. So the first is Liz can help guide you through the ingredients that are going to make the biggest change for you, and then you can kind of fine-tune and tailor from there. But another great way to bring your routine down in terms of time is someone like Becky. So Becky Brinson is another one of our new staff. She is a certified permanent makeup artist.
Ooh.
So she does something completely different, and it's wonderful. She does the permanent makeup for eyebrows. She does eyeliner, and then she does lip liner and full lips as well. Her passion is also the 3D nipple and areolar reconstruction, and that's for a lot of our breast cancer patients.
Wonderful.
And she just does a phenomenal job. But I would say the one thing that blows my mind are the eyebrows. That the old permanent makeup eyebrows, it was sort of a block of color.
It looked like Sharpie.
It looks like a Sharpie, yeah, like someone just sort of colored you on, and it just doesn't look natural.
Right.
So Becky actually does a different technique. It's called hair stroke. So she's actually tattooing on what looks like hair.
Unbelievable.
It is awesome. And so people walk out and they just feel like $1 million.
With regards to permanent makeup, can you cover scars?
Absolutely. So there are lots of different types of scars, but especially the scars that are lighter than your natural skin tone. So Becky does a great job trying to match your natural skin tone, or there are conditions like vitiligo. It's actually more common than you'd think, where people get sort of lighter patches where they've lost their pigment.
Yes.
Hands are common, chest is common, and she can actually basically blend that so you can't quite see it as well as like patients who have had permanent makeup in the past. In the old days where we didn't have the hair stroke, and they say, well, that looks better, I want that. Becky can actually undo some of your old pigment and kind of melt it away and start over. So she does a wonderful job correcting things that maybe you don't like anymore or never liked in the first place. She can sort of undo it. It's like an eraser.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Tell us once more about the Mother's Day special that you're having, and how we can get in touch, because you all need to get in touch with Dr. Audrey Klenke.
So
how to get in touch with you.
It's the Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. So it's the Diamond Tip HydraFacial, and that's with Liz, and that is $149. That's a $50 value.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And the best way to reach you all?
Oh, the best way to reach us is you can call us. We are at 843-815-6699. You can stop in anytime. We're in Sheridan Park in Bluffton. Or you can go on our website. We're at pinnacleplasticsurgerymd.com.
Brilliant. Make sure you get in touch with Dr. Audrey Klenke. Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. Keep yourselves fabulous, and this is the lady who can help you do it.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
you.